You're listening to That Home Loan Hub. I'm Zibuni Salimova, here to make home loans and property investing simple, smart and stress-free. Let's get you closer to your property dreams. And today, we're going to talk about low deposit lending and whether we still do that. Hello, Kunch.
Kia ora. How are you?
Wonderful, thank you. So, we've been getting a lot of questions recently with clients calling in and asking, do you still do 5% deposit deals? Do we do them, Kunch?
Yes. No, short answer is yes, we do.
So let's rewind back for a moment.
We don't do. The banks do.
The banks do. But let's rewind for a moment because we need to explain to people what is actually low deposit. A lot of people will be listening to this for the first time and they'll be wondering, what is low deposit? So in New Zealand, usually you need to have at least 20% deposit to qualify for a normal client deposit scenario. However, a lot of the time, it's very, very hard to save up to 20%. And you feel like you're forever chasing your own tail because the goalpost keeps moving as the property prices keep increasing in price. Like we've seen in 2020 when the price has gone bananas. And before, if you needed only, let's say, 100K for a 500K house, suddenly the houses were 700K. So you needed 40 grand more.
Yep.
So it's very hard to get that within a short space of time. So for those that don't understand, 20% is the minimum. Anything lower than 20% is considered to be low deposit application.
Yep.
Now, we're very fortunate in one way that we have a range of lenders on our panel that we deal with that provide us with lending for as little as 5%.
Yes.
So on a house that's cost 500K, all you need is
25K.
Nice. That was a really good math point there.
I was like, okay, you made me do some numbers. Okay.
25K. And to be honest, if you've got two people working together, you could actually save that within 6 months.
100%.
Very possible.
Yeah.
So 5% deposit. However, there are some rules around it.
Yes, there are. So, with the first home loan that is provided by our lovely Kāinga Ora, or we call KO, who provide that 5% deposit. The general rule of thumb is that income. So income, it's capped. So individuals' income is 95. So single applicant, $95,000 for your income cap.
Per year. The last 12 months.
Sorry, yes, for the last 12 months. And then as a couple, capped at $150,000 for the last 12 months, or a single parent with a dependent, 150,000 is the cap as well.
Yeah. When we say the last 12 months, we do not mean the last financial year. The KO providers want you to search actually the last 12 months. So for instance, if you're a high income earner and you never qualified for that, but suddenly you went on maternity leave and had a baby, and then you came back to work, this is your time to apply. Yeah. Do not miss that window, because when they look at the last 12 months, you actually haven't earned that money. So this is your time to go, I'm below the income threshold.
Correct. Yes, that is a good point. But obviously it is calculated on what that current income is for the year. So your purchase price may not be the goal that you want.
Not really. No. So the income criteria only qualifies you for KO or not. But they do use normal income that you have right now going forward.
Didn't know that. Well, there you go.
There you go. You've learned something new today. So this is a loophole I found. I hope they're not listening. But this is the loophole with a lot of our buyers that have high incomes and then they just feel like they can never qualify for that. Go away, have a baby. There you go. Here's a reason for you to have a baby if you ever wanted one. And then come back to your high earning job. So now you're earning 120 again.
Yeah.
120,000 per year, plus your husband is earning 120,000 a year. But the last 12 months you haven't been there and you're under 150K together, you can qualify.
Okay.
And then we use your current income going forward.
Yeah. Awesome. That is a really good way to get into property market or property ownership then.
Correct. And some of the myth with the KO deals is that you have to be in KiwiSaver for 3 years or you have to use your KiwiSaver. This is not true. We have a lot of buyers that are residents that just came to New Zealand, so immigrants that came to New Zealand, got the residency, and they haven't been in KiwiSaver for 3 years. They still qualify to buy a house with 5% deposit.
Through Kāinga Ora.
Through Kāinga Ora. So back in the day, being 3 years in the KiwiSaver qualified you for the grant.
Yes.
So a lot of people still tie the grant to the KiwiSaver and they tie the KO first home loans to the KiwiSaver. So again, that's not a thing. So you can still qualify for that.
Cool.
The other loophole, there is a bank. We're not going to tell you which bank it is, but if you banked with them for at least 3 months,
Oh, yes.
had your income going in there,
Yeah.
and, really good client, doesn't matter what you're earning. You could be earning $500K if you wanted to, but I'll be questioning why you don't have the actual good deposit.
Only 500, but you don't have a 5% or 10% deposit.
Yeah, I'll be questioning that. But you get the point. So there is a bank that does it outside of KO. So you could be not hitting the income or outside of the income.
Yeah.
But you only have 5% deposit. We can get you the mortgage with that bank. So they're still open for business, but they do apply margins onto their rates.
Yeah.
So this is something to watch out for. And the margins can be quite heavy, 1.3%.
1.2. Is it? Or between 1.2, 1.3.
1.2, 1.3, depends. On top of the current rate. So if the current rate is 5%, you've got to add another 1.5%.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do 1.5.
Yeah.
Just to make it easy for counting.
Yeah.
We're having girl math today.
It's been a long day.
So I suggest for those that are sitting on the fence wondering whether they should buy or not, did you know Wellington just had 37% of first home buyers buying properties?
The highest in the country.
The highest in the
Wellington.
country. So this is your cue. You got to jump in. And did you know the other piece of statistics, in the last 12 months, a lot of investors are looking to get rid of the properties.
Yes.
So absolutely golden time to jump on the ladder, buy that house, stop paying rent. Some of the calculations I've been doing for clients, they're paying $750 per week on rent.
I know.
And then when we did their mortgage calculations, they're basically paying the same for their mortgage.
If not less sometimes.
Yeah,
I had a couple who 820.
That's crazy.
And then for the property they, were wanted to buy 550 mortgage.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. So this is our call to action for you. If you want to find out which bank it is, drop us a line. If you want to know anything more about Kāinga Ora deals, drop us a line. We've got direct channel with some of the awesome providers out there. We can get the applications turned around quite quick. The ball is in your court, as I always say to the clients.
Yeah, get on the ladder, people. Hit us up.
Yeah, don't sit there and contemplate and wonder and then 5 years later go, oh, I should have done it 5 years ago. Like, this is the time. The rates are still good and the house prices are still good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Kunch.
Thank you. Bye.
And that's a wrap on that Home Loan Hub. Don't forget to hit subscribe and join me next time for more property tips and tricks. Your next smart move starts here.